Ayanokoji and Yuuichi are very similarly placed in their series, playing games and outsmarting their opponents to further progress through more trials till they reach the top. But who played it smarter? Let's find out. First up is spatial, and this seems to fairly go to Ayanokoji as he often uses differing elements from his surroundings to create his plans, as well as the available space, such as creating a fire to distract his classmates, giving his opponent false confidence, thinking they could escape without any problems. Ayanokoji gets this with medium difficulty, giving him the total points of 28 points, and Yuuichi with a 0. Next is interpersonal, and these all seem to go to Ayanokoji as well. Ayanokoji very easily understands his intentions and the actions he takes, knowing exactly what one thing will lead to another based on his understanding of what knowledge and limitations he is restricted to. Compared to that, Yuuichi often isn't as aware, or rather overlooks things at first only to eventually realize them later. So they're both capable here, but simply put, Ayanokoji gets to the point much quicker than does Yuuichi. As well, because of this, we see Ayanokoji adapt to situations quicker, forming strategies on the spot. It's also very easy to tell that Ayanokoji has far better emotional control than does Yuuichi. Ayanokoji takes all these with medium difficulty and emotional control with easy difficulty, giving him the total points of 31 points, and Yuuichi with a 0. Next is linguistics, and the first category is knowing what you want to be said or what needs to be said. This is close, but it seems to favor Ayanokoji as he picks specifically what is necessary to get what he wants more often than Yuuichi, who can sometimes say the wrong things but makes up for it later. Ayanokoji gets this with medium difficulty. Next is knowing the order of things to be said. This goes to Ayanokoji as well, as he picks the order of things to best convey himself or get ahead of his rivals, which makes the people he's against do certain things for him even without them realizing it. Ayanokoji gets this with medium difficulty. Last is knowing what words to best describe what you want to say. This seems to favor Yuuichi this time, as Yuuichi usually picks better words to describe what his intentions are, while on occasion Ayanokoji can be vague at times. Yuuichi takes this with hard difficulty. Ayanokoji won more points, so he'll take the overall points of 18, and Yuuichi with 3 points. Next is bodily kinesthetics, and this easily goes to Ayanokoji, who had been shown to gracefully outmaneuver multiple people at a time, while Yuuichi is typically less active but can take a beating. Ayanokoji takes this with easy difficulty, giving him the total points of 21 points, and Yuuichi with a 0. Next is interpersonal, and this is close, but all these favor Ayanokoji as he usually takes these into consideration better than Yuuichi does, who often overlooks things such as when he didn't realize the traitor in his group could have just written on 10 cards in one of their games to cover up who the traitor was, where Ayanokoji has never been shown to overlook anything, always taking into consideration everything his opponents will do and what they're aware of. Ayanokoji takes this with medium difficulty, giving him the total points of 32 points, and Yuuichi with a 0. Next is existential, and this seems to favor Yuuichi for once. Yuuichi has conflicting interests in his mind between money and power or friendship, but decides upon friendship because he wants to believe in his friends, compared to Ayanokoji, who simply believes in power and that he is better than everyone else. Yuuichi takes these with medium difficulty, giving him the total points of 12 points, and Ayanokoji with a 0. Next is logical, and this fairly goes to Ayanokoji. Ayanokoji gathers information much better, understanding the full scope of the game and the possibilities at hand, such as figuring out the ideas behind the rules of the island exam, where Yuuichi still doesn't fully grasp the rules of several of his games till the very end. Ayanokoji deduces the information at a better rate and quicker as well for similar reasonings, which allows him to create better plans that have yet to fail, since he accounts for more at hand. Ayanokoji takes these with medium difficulty, giving him the total points of 34 points, and Yuuichi with a 0. Next is musical, and there's not much to go off from these, but Ayanokoji seems to take these categories, able to recognize when someone was sneaking around the island and noticing himself being watched. Ayanokoji takes this with hard difficulty, giving him 17 points, and Yuuichi with a 0. The last section is naturalist, and all these seem to favor Ayanokoji as he has shown a fair understanding of elements such as creating a fire to distract his target or creating circumstances where Hirikata gets sick. Ayanokoji also shows a fair understanding of animal nature, such as using Hirikata's stubbornness or Ioun's overconfidence to his gain. Ayanokoji takes these with medium difficulty, giving him the total points of 26 points, and Yuuichi with a 0. This match was really one-sided in Ayanokoji's favor, as he gained a massive 207 points compared to Yuuichi, who only got 15 points. Ayanokoji was just better than Yuuichi in almost every way. Anything Yuuichi could do, Ayanokoji could do better and faster. Ayanokoji won, so he'll be moving on to the next round. What did you think of this video? Do you agree with the results? Let me know what you think in the comments.